Yo, what's up everybody? How's it going? Today we're playing Ability Arena, which is SUNSFan's new mode. Now, let me go ahead and put a few disclaimers out right now. First, I'm recording this very early in the morning, so chat is a little bit quiet. They don't know that I'm here yet. Second, I'm doing this as just a simple one take. That's because I'm mostly out today, and the way we usually make videos is I record them, send them over to Tusky, Tusky edits them, and then sends them back to me and I upload them. But that's going to be difficult today because I would create the video, upload it, send it to Tusky, and then he would edit it, but I'm not home to upload the video from there. So what we're doing instead is I'm just going to go ahead and record it as a one take. All right, cool. So now you know. That's also why you should leave a thumbs up on the video. Anyway, we don't get a cool intermission today. So here's how the mode works. We have a bunch of gods to choose from, right? 1 out of 6, I guess, we get a reroll. Let me pick Dazzle because he's the most straightforward. Then we get to pick a hero. Now, the heroes don't actually really matter. The main thing that's important about them is just their stats and like general attributes, I suppose, right? So you can see what their stats are here. We're gonna go ahead and go with Tinker because he has the best stats. He has a nice mana pool that does actually matter. So we're gonna go ahead and put down Tinker. Now, our Tinker is currently a blank slate. He doesn't have anything yet. That's a really important thing. We can now buy abilities for the Tinker. We have 4 gold. We have a roll and a lock button. It's an auto chess. It's an auto chess style shop. Right? We can buy an ability for the Tinker. Now, I don't really like any of these, so I'm going to roll once. And there we go. That's a bit better. We can get Infernal Blade. Always a big fan of Infernal Blade. We can stick that on the dude. And now we've got a nice ability here. Now, this is how the abilities work. You can see here, it's Infernal Blade, right? And then we have up to 9 levels of it. Every time we buy an additional Infernal Blade, our Infernal Blade levels up. Level 1 is going to be level 1 of the ability. Level 2 is going to be level 2 of the ability. Level 3 is going to be level 3 of the ability. So that's like up here, right? So level 1, your first Infernal Blade will deal 20 damage, the second will deal 30, and the third will deal 50. So far, I think it makes sense. Then, from levels 4 and 5, for levels 4 and 5, we actually don't get an upgrade. That doesn't do anything. At level 6, we get the super upgrade, which is the plus 1.2 seconds mini stun duration and plus 2.1% max HP burn and bonus damage. And then at level 7 and 8, we again get nothing. At level 9, we gain Gaben, which is a little cringe, but I don't know. I don't get it. Can I just say? Actually, let's talk about that later. Let's talk about that later. But anyway, we get the Gaben upgrade, which the Gaben upgrades are always ridiculous. Well, not always ridiculous, but often they're kind of insane. So you can see with the Gaben upgrade here, it makes it so Infernal Blade's effects are applied to all enemies within 500 radius of the primary target. The way this mode kind of balances its abilities is, first of all, the abilities are slightly modified often. So certain abilities are just a little weaker than they would be in normal Dota. But also, the abilities are modified in the way that you have the really high-level upgrades be just ridiculously powerful. Alright, what do we have here? We can take Beastmaster, Troll Warlord, or Lion. I think I want Beastmaster because I like the idea of having somebody tanky, because I have Blade Fury and Rot here. Let me check really quick. Is Sticky Napalm in the pool? That's always a huge question. Very important. Yes, Sticky Napalm is in the pool. So we're going to go ahead and abuse Sticky Napalm, as you might expect. We'll get Rot. We'll get Spin. Roll here. There's Sticky Napalm. Perfect. Cool. So, this right here is an ability of this right here is an example of an ability that's been modified. So you can see magic immunity duration is only 1, 2, 3, but the ability duration is still 5. So when you cast this, you don't get full magic immunity for the entire 5 seconds. However, if you get it to the super level, then you get magic immunity through the entire 5 seconds. But the game level isn't that good. Oftentimes, this is how it works out. That abilities that aren't that good, abilities that aren't that good by default, they get a really powerful game level or a really powerful super level. And abilities that are really, really broken by default, they get Well, they get kind of weaker late game levels, right? So sorry, I gotta rearrange my units here a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I could move my camera around. There's nothing really down here that's important. We don't really care about this. Don't worry, it's fine. We'll just keep it here. So that's kind of like the core idea here. You can see there's another rod, so I can use this to level up my rod. Now, for some abilities, the game level is just that you get an item. So with rod, we get Eternal Shroud. With Acorn Shot, we get Stygian Desolator. That's really nice. With others, they are a bit more silly. So right here, each pulse bounces once on random target. So we can Death Pulse, we can have Death Pulse bounce between enemies, which is very, very powerful. Summon abilities are often really good. Summons random dominated Ancient Creep and +2 additional Hawks. And with Super, the Hawks gain Dive Bomb. So, you know, the Hawks are really powerful. Alright, let's get this. And then I say, let's pick up. I do actually like Death Pulse. Now, this may look a little weird, but I'm going to spend all of my money right here in this shop by just buying a bunch of abilities and then not actually equipping them. So, you can move equipped abilities out of that hero's kind of spell space, right? You can remove them. It comes with a cost, though. It costs 1 gold to do that. And oftentimes, when a hero has a full set of abilities, right? So you have 4 abilities in one hero's inventory and 4 abilities in another. You need to first unequip from one hero and then unequip from the other. So it costs you 2 gold to swap spells around. So this early on, we're not really taking that much damage. You can see over on the left side how much health we have. We have 187 out of 200. So we're still doing fine. You don't take that much damage in the early game. Personally, I think it's like a little better to just kind of be gold efficient, pick up a bunch of abilities, and then slap them on your more powerful heroes later on. Because as you go through the game, you get better like heroes available. Although heroes mostly matter for just the body, right? Just for the stats. Anyway, let's go. We won that fight. Very nice. So here we go, we get another hero. We can get Alchemist, who isn't that great. Viper, who's actually pretty okay. I think we're gonna go with Viper. He's got a nice even spread of stats. Right, that seems good, that seems good. Let's get the Viper. Very good. So you can also see we've got another upgrade, so we can get Acorn Shot here. And then there is a bunch of abilities here that I don't like. Let's look around a little bit. I like Inkswell. Inkswell is actually just a very nice ability. I'm gonna put Inkswell here. I'm gonna move Acorn Shot away from our Tinker. I don't actually like it there at all. And then we can pick up probably Glaze of Wisdom, put them here, and Fiery Soul. But I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with the Fiery Soul, but we'll figure it out. Now, you may notice, yes, gold resets every round, so we have a certain amount of gold each round. There's no economy or anything like that. Right, it's kind of the modern style of auto chess where there's no economy. Hey, SG94, thanks for the 9 months. Thank you very much. Right, but you kind of like go through and you... Ooh, what do we have here? I do like Decay. Like, if we put Decay on our Viper, and then Glaze of Wisdom and Fiery Soul, that actually feels like a nice combo. Let's do that. Let's level up the store and do a roll. Okay, there's Sticky Napalm. That's good. Let's go ahead and get rid of something. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna lock... No, let's sell something for the Sticky Napalm. Let's get rid of this one, buy the Sticky Napalm, and fit all of this on the Viper right now. We are keeping space for ultimates. Ultimates are gonna be good in the long run, but we haven't found one yet. We can start finding them now, I think. Yeah, at shop level 3, you can start finding ultimates. So I'm leveling up the shop. Sorry, I'm kind of like assuming you know how an auto chess works. I feel like at this point I should be able to assume that, right? But at shop level 3, I can start finding ultimates, and ultimates are obviously really nice. Anyway, we have a Viper now, which I like. I like our Viper, very nice. We've got Acorn Shot, Decay, Fiery Soul, Grace of Wisdom. Now, Chemical Rage is a god tier ability that we definitely want. So we're gonna pick up Chemical Rage. I think I'm gonna pick up the 2 Fervors just for a carry that we hopefully find eventually. I'm gonna remove the Acorn Shot from here, put this in there. Actually, that may be bad. We might end up replacing that later. Then we have Post-Nova, Battle Trance. We gotta look around a little bit. Is borrowed time in the pool? You can see a borrowed time is in the pool. Okay, good. Let's roll one more. Okay, there's another level of Inkswell. I like Inkswell. And there is Grow. I think we can actually make a pretty strong carry with Grow, Ferber, probably not Acorn Shot. Acorn Shot doesn't really fit nicely into that, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there. So yeah. Now, you may notice that this game mode shares a lot of similarities with a different game mode, which is Atomic War. Yes. I think it is very, very hard to deny that this mode is heavily inspired by Atomic War. Oh, we got another hero coming in. I think I'm getting Razor. That sounds good. I would like kind of like a ranged right clicker. So we can put Grow on him. We can put Ferber on him. There's our Glaze. I love Inner Beast because it gives Vladimir's aura and Wraith Pact aura. And just getting attack speed is nice. You can't really get items. All right, I'm sure you've noticed it. But there are no items that I can really buy. Items you can get through having high-level abilities. But you can't buy them. And that's kind of a big deal. Because it makes it so that our heroes are actually pretty weak. They are relying entirely on their stats, which means that certain things like, for example, having an attack speed aura is actually very nice. It's incredibly useful because the attack speed propagates very heavily on all of our units that don't have that much attack speed because we can't give them any items. So, as I already said, this mode is heavily inspired by Atomic War. Right? I don't mean this as a bad thing. I just think that's like a matter of fact, right? Like it even quotes, like it even references Atomic War here. Like it's an older battle that mixes the fun of games such as Auto Chess, Atomic War, and Unlords with the depth and variety of ability draft. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've played this mode a lot, and I really like it. Alright, let me start out by saying this. I think this mode is a goddamn banger. They've really outdone themselves here. Ooh, I like Borrow Time. I really enjoy this mode. I'm having a very good time with it. I've played it a lot. It by no means has the depth of any of those games that they mentioned. Hey, Afronantics, thanks for the 47 months. What this is a very casual, very simplified version of Atomic War. Right? It takes away a lot of the complexity from that game and just moves it into like something a little bit more basic. Yes, there is a certain level of complexity to it because you just need to, go through and actually use all of your, like, you need to find good ability combos and make sure that your heroes, like, synergize nicely with each other. And that's really fun. But at the end of the day, there's only a certain number of good builds, right? Like, you can see what I'm doing right here. Blade Fury, Rot, and Sticky Napalm. As you might imagine, that's a broken build. Like, yeah, that's a super, super, super strong build that if I can go for it every game, I will go for it every game. You can see how much damage my Beastmaster did right there, right? There are certain combos that are just obviously very nice, like Insatiable Hunger with attack speed and damage. And obviously, duh. It's not witchcraft. It's all very straightforward. And that's really like the thing about this game. This game is a simple, basic version of more complex mode like Atomic War. That's not to say that it is bad. I want to be very clear here. I really, really like this mode. I've been playing it. I've been having a great time. I have, at this point, probably played like 10 games of this. And it's been out for one day, right? Like, this is, to me, a great mode to have on the second screen. Right, I'm doing something here, I'm building an Alex level, and then every 30 seconds, every minute, I can look over here really quick, buy everything in the shop that I need to buy, and then be done with it. It is a simple mode, it is a basic mode, but that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I think in this particular case, it's actually a very good thing, and I really enjoy it for that. But do not expect this to have a high complexity. It doesn't. At the end of the day, what you're doing in the late game is you have all of your units set up with all of their abilities, and you're just looking for their upgrades, right? And there is a little bit of strategy to it. You need to basically figure out, okay, what upgrades do I want, right? Because you can't really upgrade everything to a maximum level because that's just not likely to happen. Which one do I want to go for here? I kind of want an our front line, so I'm kind of thinking about Mars. Yeah, I need somebody who can just take some hits, so let's get Mars. So that's our 5th hero now, there we go, now we have our entire lineup. Very good. We have level 3 Acorn Shot, which isn't that good. I think I'm buying Sharpshooter for our Tinker. The Tinker doesn't have an ultimate yet. We could also get Freezing Field. I think, okay, I definitely buy Ravage for this guy. I don't think I like Sharpshooter. I have this. I guess? Is this good? Whatever, let's stick it on this dude. Oh, we can get that with Static Link. That actually seems kind of nice. And then we come over here. Cool. Let's get this, and let's get this. So our Ink Spell is actually leveling up pretty aggressively. It's already level 7. I really like Ink Spell. I think it's very, very powerful. Because it's just, like, it scales up very nicely, right? So huge AoE stun. It does a lot of damage. With the super upgrade, you get 150 radius, movement speed bonus, damage increased, cooldown reduced, heals the target, strongness buff. It's a lot, right? It just offers a lot. And you saw right there just how much that actually did. So I'm a really big fan of that ability. We could maybe get Demonic Purge, but I don't think that's all that useful. We want to find a better ultimate for our Tinker. Let's go to maximum store level. I am not a big fan of Global Silence because Global Silence only lasts half a second. Yeah, that's not long enough. That doesn't really matter. All right, let's roll. We have a bit of extra money, so we can sell this. We don't really need it. We buy our Ravage. Level that up. I think that's good. And then we roll again. Their spin, lock that. Very good. So at this point, really most of what we're doing is just kind of like, you know, fitting the last few abilities into the available ability slots. I'm pretty happy with the build that I got on most of my units. So really now it's just about upgrading and making decisions which abilities are worth upgrading, right? Which abilities do we actually want to level up to which level? And there is strategy there, right? You kind of need to plan it out a little bit. You need to think about it for sure. But again, it's still fairly simple, right? It is fairly simple. I don't want to harp on the mode too much because then people will think that I don't like it. Again, I really, really like it. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. Maybe we can get this? No, that's not good enough. Look at that. It got such a long cooldown. No. We don't want to upgrade Chemical Rage. It doesn't actually really help that much. It's one of those abilities that doesn't scale that nicely. I'm pretty happy to get Paralyzing Cask. We can put this on this dude. It's just kind of like a supporting hero, right? He doesn't have to do anything else. And I think I'm going to get Chain Frost, and we'll fit that on our dude over here. And we can get Refraction and put that on our Razor. So I actually like our build here now. We've got like a really nice right-click Razor here. We've got the Sticky Napalm Blade Fury frontline with a more supporting frontline behind it, and with somebody who can like apply a nice powerful dispel and healing ability, and then just kind of like a secondary stat space carry. I think that makes sense. I like our lineup here. Now, I haven't really talked about the god yet. Sorry, I know. That's because our god is pretty passive. So what do we have? Every god that was the dude you choose at the beginning of the game has a separate set of abilities, right? Well, usually it's one ability, but in our case, we have 2 abilities. And we go ahead and filter through here really quick. We definitely want Sticky Napalm to be leveled up. That's fine. We'll level up Infernal Blade. And then there is Grow, which is good. Rot is also very good. And Sticky Napalm, that is very good. Okay. Well, we want multiple things here that we can't afford. So we're going to go ahead and do the Atomic War trick of buying and selling. So we free up reroll space. Anyway, so our Lord here gives this ability, cast Shallow Grave on the first ally to fall within 30% HP threshold. And the duration is based on the shop level. And then we get Cheating Death. Your god will survive a death blow. So if we were to die, we survive on 1 HP. Which is actually really nice. That's just a cute little, very helpful thing. Anyway, yeah, I think we have some potential here, right? We need to definitely max out some of these abilities. I would love Grow to be maxed out. You can see there's up in the top, there's 13 out of 20 still left in the pool. So there is a shared pool of these abilities. 13 out of 20 is fine. Like, it's not a high chance that we actually get it maxed out because we only have 3 of those. up to this point. But hey, we'll try anyway, right? There you go. Now you may notice that the units are actually pretty smart. There's something I definitely gotta give them a lot of credit for. Like, it's easy with this kind of mode to accidentally make the units just idiots. That's a bit of a problem with Atomic War, right? In Atomic War, the units are just goddamn morons, and that can be a bit frustrating sometimes. So we want to get Grow maxed out. So this is, by the way, what I talked about earlier, where you kind of need to pick and choose which abilities you want to max. For example, I really like the level 6 of Sticky Napalm, because attack supply stack of Sticky Napalm, that is really, really useful, right? That's very powerful, because Sticky Napalm is the kind of ability where even if you get like 1 or 2 extra Sticky Napalms, the ability just becomes drastically more powerful. However, the Gaben level says stacks infinitely, which is utterly pointless. It already has a maximum stack of 10. Like, you're not gonna get 10 stacks. I just don't see that happening, right? Like, if you pay attention here, units die very quickly. This dude has how many stacks? 3? 4? Like, okay, 5, 6. Oh, okay, now maybe bad example. No, 7. Look at that. That was a really long fight, right? I was fighting through the Abaddon ultimate. And still, that was only, what, 7 stacks? It's just super hard to actually get up there. So it's something that I don't think is really worth the effort. Alright, we got a whole bunch of stuff. We want to get a lot of these to level 3. Like, level 3 is always the point you want to be at, because that's where you get a lot of inherent value. I guess we'll get this. I mean, it's already level 4, so we might as well. And then there's Fiery Soul. Now, this is where we need to, again, consider. At level 6, increases the attack speed bonus by 15 and movement speed bonus by 2%. Well, do we care? Now, I'll be honest, I don't think so. I don't think that's good enough, right? It stacks infinitely. Okay, that is not really that useful because it already gives a lot of attack speed. So I think this is one where we don't actually want to upgrade it anymore. It doesn't really help. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to buy something else so we can sell it later, right? If we be able to buy the Fiery Soul, we can't resell it because it gets absorbed into this Fiery Soul. Again, you need to kind of like consider which ones you want to upgrade, which abilities are worth upgrading. Like Borrowed Time is an ability worth upgrading because it's super, it gets plus 3 seconds, and at Gaben, it gets 40% damage reduction. Alright? Blade Fear, worth upgrading. Rot, worth upgrading. And our Beastmaster is just worth upgrading. Anyway, we'll get this leveled up. Static Link, very nice. And then we'll keep rolling. So, there's Sticky Napalm. But we could now go towards Gaben, but we don't want to, right? Again, it doesn't actually help. So that's a waste of money. Further, this is one that I actually want to upgrade. Because if we can get a Satanic, that's game winning. Right? That would be super good. That's the only way to get items, right? Although items, you don't really have an inventory on your heroes. They just basically get the Satanic effect. So we'll level this up. We are going to level up Paralyzing Cask because plus 4 bounces is very nice. And then we don't care about Chemical Rage. But we do care about Blade Fury. Blade Fury is very good. And I think that's it. I think nothing else we can get here. Okay, cool. So we almost have the Blade Fury at level 6, which is very nice. Now, let me talk about something really quick. And that is humor. I don't share a sense of humor with SUNSFan, I think. I do not know why we are smelling the farts of Gaben so much. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't find it funny. I don't find it cute. I don't get it. But humor is very subjective, right? Just because I don't find it funny doesn't mean that it isn't funny. You guys might find it funny. Clearly, SUNSFan finds the Gaben thing hilarious. I'm not entirely sure why we're why we're licking the butt of some billionaire, but hey. So, point being, we have the Gaben upgrades, which is weird, very strange in my opinion, but hey, that's just me. Then we've got max level, we got the maximum magic immunity now, which is very good. Then we want to level up Grow, get this to level 6, might as well. I don't think we want to level this one up, so we're gonna just kind of keep looking around for other things that we like. We do like Borrowed Time. That's very good. And nothing else here. Abilities improved by 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9. So there's no use in upgrading to 4 if you're not planning to go to 6, right? Yes, there's no point to go to 4 or 7 if you're not going to 6 or 9. There's absolutely no benefit to having 4, 5, or 7, and 8 of these, right? So that's why I'm not upgrading Sticky Napalm anymore. Could I go to 9? Maybe, but like, there's just no point, right? It's not good enough of an effect, and the chances are pretty low. But there's certain abilities where that's worth it. We need to kind of like make sure we're spending our money smartly. So we'll get this, and we'll get the Rot, and we'll get Verb. And then there's more Borrowed Time. So this is one again where it's actually worth it, because now Borrowed Time has double the duration. I mean, that's huge, right? That's super good. Particularly on this little Beastmaster here who is crushing things. Also, Mars is actually doing a lot of damage, which is very cool. Tinker's, I assume, mostly just throwing out Ink Spells and Chain Frost, but it's nice. So you can see that I have like a bit of a supporting cast and a bit of a carry cast, you know. I think it's always nice to have like a bit of a split there. Although it's a shame we haven't gotten more Decay. I guess Decay is kind of popular in this lobby, which is a bit surprising. I mean, sometimes you just get unlucky, right? Alright then. Anyway. Cool. The order in which you have the abilities, by the way, indicates the order in which they are cast. Pretty much like Atomic War, right? Again, this mode takes a lot from Atomic War. If Atomic War, as a mode, was just a little much for you, which, by the way, I think that's fair. Atomic War is a little much. Then I think this is a great alternative. A very simple, very basic, like easier version of that game. We'll get ourselves this. We got absolutely shredded there, which is not good. Don't like this. We'll max out this one. I think we will get Refraction. 100 damage is actually pretty nice. But my bigger problem is that I still haven't actually found something like the upgrades that I really need, which is Grow. I really want this Grow at Super. Alright? Which is unfortunate because nobody else is going Grow, I think. There's 12 in the pool. I have 5 of them. Right? So, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. You can sell the extra ability. Yeah, but then what do I do with it? Abilities sell for 2 gold. So if I sell the ability now, then I can't buy further. Alright? Again, it's like Atomic War. Alright, is this a dude I just lost again? No, against? No, I don't think so. Alright, very good. Very, very good. Honestly, Inkspell is crushing things. Like, that's really it. It's nothing else. It's just Inkspell. Alright, we'll get this. There is more Borrowed Time. We do want this to be maxed out. Finally, Rot. Yes, that's very good. Give me Grow. No. No, no, no. This is nice. I will take Insatiable Hunger. I don't think I care about Infernal Blade. I don't think I care about Chain Frost. Do I care about Inner Beast? Vladimir's Aura would be nice, but it's not necessary, I think. No, I don't think I care about Inner Beast. I do think I care about Insatiable Hunger. So I'm going to sell this here. We're going to get this. Oh, finally Decay. I do want that, so we can spam Decay a lot more, right? And get the Glaze of Wisdom going. Yeah, our big problem right now, I think, is a little bit... I'm going to go ahead and reposition this stuff a little bit. Because I want my Beastmaster to not be tanking as much. And the Mars should be able to take some hits. There we go. Now the Beastmaster is doing some more damage. I probably should have done that all along. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, this will be close, but we have some disables. Oh, the nice pushback there. But we still get it. We still get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sticky Napalm is just broken. Honestly, I'm baffled that they added that into this mode. I would never add Sticky Napalm. Okay, we don't care about this. So, at Gaben level, this gets minus 8 seconds cooldown. We can attack during it, like we deal attack damage. But it's just not actually really that useful. Because minus 8 seconds cooldown, like the fights aren't long enough for a 10-second cooldown, really. Don't care about Fiery Soul. I really am just looking for Grow. Rot would be good. Yeah, we do want to ideally max out Rod because we can get Eternal Shroud, which would be very nice. And then Cask. I want it. Well, we have at least one round that we will survive guaranteed because of our Lord, right? Sorry, because of our God. Oh yes, I want this. Look, I still have a little bit of faith in this Razor, right? There is still a chance if we can get a Gaben upgrade here. We have our upgrades a little split, which is not necessarily ideal. But that's just how it is, you know? Like, just how it worked out right now. Okay, we're doing good there. I think we win this. I think we win it. Good, 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 good. Very nice. So we grab this. We grab ourselves Refraction. So that's level 6 now. Finally! Oh my god. You can see, removing the attack speed reduction. That's a huge deal. I'm very happy to finally get that. No. Sorry, Sticky Napalm. Not what we're looking for. Okay. Sure. Why not? Let's get more grow. If we can get... Oh, look at that. Alright, I mean, I need one more level into grow, and then I'll have the Gaben level. I don't know if that's gonna happen, because we might just win without me getting a single Gaben upgrade. But, you know, if it doesn't, then that's okay. I think that would be fine. Anyway, you can see how the game mode works, right? Like in the late game, you're just kind of rolling to upgrade your units. There is, in theory, a strategic element of like swapping out one of your abilities for different abilities to like counter an enemy. But let's be honest, that's just not going to happen, because upgrading an ability takes a while. It's not instantaneous, right? And so you really need to get your combos going a lot earlier than that. You see that upgrading something takes work. Oh, I won. There you go. Yeah, it's just Sticky Napalm, right? Sticky Napalm Beastmaster. I mean, this build is just really good, right? Yeah. So, we take the W. Nice and simple. And that's pretty much the mode. I mean, it's fairly straightforward. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. I don't know how much I personally am gonna play it though, because like, again, it's like a bit of a simpler Atomic War, and I really like Atomic War. I think Atomic War is super cool and I really enjoy it. But hey, anyway, so that is Ability Arena, which is a fun mode. Props to SUNSFan for making it, right? I mean, it doesn't do anything that is super new, I think. It doesn't really like reinvent the wheel, but it just combines things in a nice way that I think feels really good. The games are reasonably long. Oh, look at that. There's Scally. Look at that. There's Scally. There is Jenkins, is the game design programmer. Joel Larson. Oh, good job. Good job. Now, there is a few things that if I may, really quick. There are a few things I would change about it. Like, I gotta be honest, like, there gotta be some sort of way to, like, swap abilities in and out a little bit more aggressively towards the late game, I feel. Because there just isn't, like, much strategy there. Right? Late game is just you click the upgrade and you just kind of hope that you get the upgrades that you're looking for. And you gotta plan which abilities you want to upgrade, but that's usually pretty straightforward, right? Like, stuff like Sticky Napalm just has a terrible Gaben upgrade, but it's really good at level 6. So you get it to level 6 and you just keep it there. So, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go play the mode if you enjoy it, right? And I'll see you guys around.